name is Riley, and today we're going to review how to communicate as a club and a club leader. So first thing you want to talk about is emails. We send them all the time, so they're super important. Something to note about emails is that you want to make sure you're copying and blind copying the right people. If you've got a club of about 100 members, you want to make sure you're blind copying the whole list of people. You don't need to see everybody who's in the list. However, if you're emailing your advisor or asking a question to your e-board, you might want to copy the people involved so that they see that they're a part of the email, but they aren't necessarily the person that you're asking a question to. Another important thing about emails is making sure that they're professional. Professional emails are important because it shows respect for the people that you're contacting as you're being professional in your language and respecting their time and requesting answers to the question. So the first thing you want to remember is when you're sending a professional email is to address people by their proper titles as well as signing off by your name. So if you're emailing all of your club members, you can start an email with something like "Hi all," or "Hey team," or "What's going on?" But if you're emailing a professor or an advisor who might be your dean, you want to say "Hi Dean so-and-so" or "Hi Professor so-and-so." In addition, you want to make sure you sign off with your full name. On top of this, you want to make sure you always have clear grammar and clear spelling when you're emailing. A tip I like to use is to download Grammarly. It's free for all Fordham students, and it helps you edit all your spelling and grammar throughout your email and automatically fills in the blank for things you might be trying to say. Last tip, I would recommend coming up with an email list and bookmarking it at the top of your browser of your choice. This gives you a complete list of all the emails of students in your club, so you don't have to search through old emails when you want to send a reminder every week, but you have an automatic list you can copy and paste right into your email. So aside from emails, the next thing you want to talk about is your chain of command. What exactly is a chain of command and why is it important in a club? Well, when you were applying to put your club together, you don't just have a list of people on the e-board or maybe one or two people in charge. Everyone on the e-board has different roles. For some clubs, you have presidents, vice presidents, or co-presidents. Sometimes you have a treasurer or a secretary, but each person on the e-board has important roles. As a regular club member, your e-board needs to make sure that they're clear on what their roles are and communicating that to the rest of your team. So if someone has a question about the budget for an event they're trying to put on, or they're not getting the emails from the secretary, they're going to know who to go up to. In addition to that, as an e-board member yourself, you need to know the chain of command within your e-board. You also need to know when to go up the chain. So if you need to go to OSI for a question, or if you need to talk to your advisor, who's going to be responsible for that and why is it so important? Oh, hey there! So the next thing you want to talk about besides your e-board is how important it is to communicate. Obviously, you want to send emails to your club members if it's a regular meeting, or maybe up the chain if you have questions to your advisor, but what about on the day-to-day? Do you have a group me? Do you have a text group? Or are you sending emails regularly for every communication? It's really important as a club you decide how often and how you want to communicate. As the president of one of the dance teams on campus, the way we do it is a group me for casual reminders, emails for big practices, and any major event going on goes through email. If there's last minute questions, we give all our members our phone numbers so they can text us. But again, it's individual to each club and important for you to figure out what works best for your team. So it's important to remember that at Fordham, there's a lot of different people and a lot of different personalities in each club. That means there's going to be some conflict in your club. And the important thing for you to know as a club leader is how to manage that. So the first thing is you want to be aware of group dynamics in your club meetings. You're going to have people that are negative Nancys or positive Pollys or people that just like to talk a lot and can never keep the meeting on track. Your job as a club leader is to delegate and make sure that each person in your club is contributing and feels like they're a part of the club, but at the same time, you're able to stay on topic and keep going. You don't necessarily want people on your e-board that are going to be yes men all the time, but you also don't want people that are going to be negative about everything you do and every single decision you make. It's important to remember also that when you're giving criticism, whether it's to a member or somebody on your e-board, that you use the you format. The way the you format works is you give a positive compliment about something your club member is doing very well, and then you critique them on something they need to improve on, and then bring it back up again with a positive comment to end it off. This is a really great way to make sure that you're remaining positive and you're bringing good vibes essentially to your club, but also working on improving what needs to be worked on. So overall, that's a brief how-to on making sure that you're effectively communicating as a club leader with your e-board, your advisor, and your club members.